Lego Beatles.
The Lego Beatles. I know, I have so many Lego Beatles sets on my shelf.
Do you like bootleg?
No, that one's real. Look, it's got... Yeah, I'll open it if you want. Do you want to play with Lego during the podcast?
Yeah, we'll open each and every box.
It's probably a good idea if we just play with Lego the whole time.
They can't see it.
They can't see it, but it's there.
Yeah. Segment out of that. Okay.
Yeah, nobody's gonna know. Hey, I'm Nolan.
Hey, I'm an ex-Toto.
That's
Welcome
an ex-Toto.
My podcast.
Yeah, this is the chat, and this is episode 2. I'm just gonna say every number in case I'm wrong. It's episode 3. It's episode 2.
It's episode 4.
Yeah, it's episode 5. Yeah. Here's the Lego Beatles set you wanted to see.
Yeah.
I think something fell out. There might be a Beatle on the ground. I don't know.
Where?
Let me know if like John or Paul or Ringo or Skippy. How many? There's 4 Beatles. There's John, Paul, Lennon. No, John, Paul, Ringo, and George. George Harrison.
You're looking at the box.
No,
you're looking at something.
There was another Beatle, wasn't there? Wasn't there a 5th Beatle?
The hidden 5th Beatle.
There was a secret 5th Beatle. It was Ronald Beatle.
Ronald? I thought you were gonna say Ray.
Yeah, it was Ray Beatle.
Mysterio.
It was Ray Mysterio, the final Beatle.
The final Beatle.
You get to the end of the road, you're dying and passing on, and before you could get to those pearly gates, you have to fight the final Beatle.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, this is actually a good little bit for the audience. We love you guys. All visuals for this podcast. No actual audio bits, just visuals, straight visuals.
We're gonna be building a Lego set during this episode.
Look right here, audience. This is actually the yellow submarine. The actual one used in the short. What was it? Movie?
It was a movie.
Yellow Submarine, which I've never seen.
The short feature-length movie.
Short feature-length movie.
You've never actually seen the movie?
No, I've never seen the movie.
It's pretty cool, actually. I mean, it's... Well, do you like Beatles music, Marlon?
Yeah, yes. I would never say anything bad about the Beatles.
I don't think you like Beatles music. I'm picking up a lot of sarcasm over there.
No, you can't pick up shit, because... I actually genuinely love them. My favorite song...
Yeah, name one Beatles song.
Plain Jane.
Is that a Beatles song?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they're alright. I don't know. I mean, I get why they were so important, but I mean, they're fine. They have some good songs that I really like.
Yeah, you like them, but are they your favorite group of all time?
Hell no. I don't know. No, probably not. When I was 16, I started to get into them at one point, and then I never did. They have one song that I really, really like though, which is Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. I like that song a lot. Have you heard that one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's just a weird song. It's just a bizarre song.
See, that's the thing with Beatles. Everyone likes a song or two, but I can't genuinely find anyone who says that the Beatles are their favorite group. You know what I mean? They were one of those bands.
Oh, we lost George. Or was that John? Or was that Ringo?
They all the same guy.
That's
with
Paul.
Different haircuts.
That's the one that got shot, I believe, which is tragic.
Comes with the authentic bullet hole.
I had it crossed in my mind. You know that photo of John Lennon strutting? That funny strut that he did in the one photo?
Yeah.
I had it in my mind that picture is from the same night he was shot.
Yeah.
Is that from the same night he was shot, or am I insane?
I think he's wearing the same clothes in that picture. I'm not sure.
Is that when he was shot? You got a goofy little strut going on. I feel bad making fun of him if that's the case. I don't know.
Got a little strut going on in
Yeah, I'm looking up John Lennon shot. My God, did you hear? John Lennon got shot. I can't believe it.
No.
John Lennon's dead. Jesus Christ.
And here I was hating on him.
Yeah.
Can't disrespect the dead man.
You're gonna tell me George is dead next or something.
Oh, God.
God forbid. When there must have been a fifth Beatle. I'm looking up fifth Beatle.
There's no fifth Beatle.
There was
no.
There was a fifth Beatle. There's a band called Fifth Beatle. Wait, the fifth Beatle is an informal title that has been applied to people who were at one point a member of the Beatles or had a strong association with them. But who were they? Brian Epstein, George Martin, Stuart Sutcliffe, Pete Best?
Yeah.
Okay. There were like fifth-ish Beatles. There was John's failed clone.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd consider them like a fifth Beatle. That's like saying, like, Delta Funky Homo Sapiens, like...
The fifth gorilla.
Like the fifth gorilla. It's like, he just shows up occasionally and then he leaves.
He dips out. You know, I figure MFDOOM would be good for like an animated movie. He would have been good for an animated movie.
Yeah.
It's a little too late now, I guess. Unless they were... Well, I don't know. They don't have to get him his voice or whatever. They didn't with Yellow Submarine, funnily enough. They got their singing voices, and I guess the four of them were either too busy or just couldn't be asked to come in the studio and record their lines.
Yeah, I imagine they could still do the MFDOOM movie, but instead of having MFDOOM, they get, I don't know, Carlton from, like, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
They get him to play MFDOOM. What is he up to? He's probably just got an open schedule at this point, right?
Yeah, I think we could hire him on right now.
We could make this, yeah. We get Carlton to voice it, and then we hire cheap labor, and or we just force the people living with us to animate, and like we're good.
Yeah. You say, hey, animate this, or you might get kicked out. You know, you're implying it. You know, like...
I would never verbally threaten you.
Never.
You might not eat for the next week and a half if you don't animate MFDOOM right now.
Yeah.
See that funny little Carlton man dancing around? I need you to rotoscope him. I need you to rotoscope him now.
I need you to rotoscope him eating a Subway sandwich, something mundane.
This is the scene. This is the very important scene where MFDOOM eats a Subway sandwich.
It's got long, close shots of its mouth.
Yeah, it's important he crinkles the tuna fish into the microphone or whatever.
He crinkles the tuna fish and not the, like, wrapper.
Oh, the tuna fish there is probably crunchy. Wasn't that... That was, like, a thing they got in trouble for, didn't they, like... They were using, like, tire rubber in their tuna?
I would never.
Is that slander? Is that slander to say?
I think that's slanderish.
It's probably like just a glowing review for Subway though.
Yeah, no,
that's better than most people would give them about their tuna.
Their tuna's fine, man.
I've
never been in an establishment better than Subway.
So you do this, Marlon. You always do this where you're like, this is my favorite thing. The thing that we're talking about right now.
Well, the current thing is my favorite thing.
It's true. I'm a free thinker. I consider myself a free thinker.
Yeah.
Yeah, Subway's actually, you know, I'll tell you what, like, Subway, they get a lot of flack, but they're not too bad. They have fine sandwiches.
Fine sandwiches. I think the best part of the sandwiches themselves are the wrappers, you know? And then you just consume the wrapper because you probably get more nutrition from the wrappers.
You know what's the worst part about Subway, though? Jared Fogle.
Who's that?
He was a sandwich guy.
He was a sandwich artist.
I don't know. Something happened. He, like, didn't pay his taxes or something. I'm sure something awful happened. I don't know what it was.
Is he similar to that, like, cupcake, like, baker? Like, he's, like, dude who made, like, cupcakes,
Or like are you talking about like Tom Thumb or something? Who are you talking about? Like
EDP or something like that? Like
EDP?
Cupcake connoisseur.
What happened with that guy?
I don't know. Like he was like doing some shady back alley deals. Like
you just made cupcake? Who's EDP? Who are you talking about?
Yeah. He was like a chef. Well, it's not a chef, like a baker. Oh. And like he would do like back alley deals with other bakers, like in alleyways. One time he got caught.
It sounds like drugs.
It's not drugs, it's actual cupcakes.
It's actual cupcakes?
Yeah.
Are cupcakes in this instance like humans, like human trafficking? Is that when he says he's baking the cupcake, he's actually like trafficking like a human?
No. You're like implying YouTubers are bad people.
Well, no, YouTubers are people too.
And they're people too.
I want that on a shirt. I want a shirt that says YouTubers are people too. Like a picture of like PewDiePie or something.
Yeah. him between a couple bridges.
You know, at least Mr. Beast is the most subscribed to person now, though. Nothing bad could happen with Mr. Beast. Do you ever have like a person that like you're sure they're a fine person, but for some reason you don't like them or you can't stand them?
Oh yeah, all the time. Just to list off a few. My mom, my brothers. There's this lady who down the block I don't like. She's fine. She's like, she has like what, cancer or something. she I don't like that bitch. Just a couple people, you know, that just kind of get under my skin.
My dad, because he tries to tell me what to do and he doesn't tuck me in anymore.
Yeah.
My mom, when she doesn't butter my toast the way I like it. My little brother, because he's always eating my Lego.
Well, with my dad, it's just that, you know, he has such a slappable ass, and he's like constantly greasing that thing, and he's like wearing like chaps, man. He's giving me ass. He's wearing assless chaps. He's giving me like mixed messages.
Yeah, that's the problem with dads. They're just too sexy for their own good.
They're too sexy, man.
Yeah. Your dad, the one time I saw him at my job, you remember that time I said I ran into him or whatever. Yeah, he was also wearing the assless chaps, and he came up to me and he's like, "You're Marlon's boy," and I was like, "No, I think Marlon's your boy." And then he like put his ass in my face and wouldn't put it down. He kept telling me, like, it's okay, you can touch it, it's okay. And I just wanted to, like, get him his order and get him out of there or whatever. He seemed like a nice guy, though.
In his eyes, he's everyone's daddy. That's what he told me, at least.
He's cool.
He is pretty cool, man.
Your dad's pretty cool, actually, yeah. I bet your dad... I wonder what your dad would think about us talking about him. What would our parents think if they heard about the horrible things we say about them?
We're just speaking the truth. What do you mean?
Yeah, you're right. Never mind. Silly question. Do you ever post anything online that you're afraid of people finding, Marlon? Pictures of, like, corpses without their heads? Maybe, like, human hands that you stumbled upon one day? Like, taxes that you were supposed to file that you never did? Maybe,
Are you implying you found my secret, like...
tax stash?
Tax evasion, like, account?
You really shouldn't keep those around. If you're going to properly evade taxes, you probably shouldn't have a big file full of the documents.
I probably shouldn't have labeled it tax fraud.
You just have like a massive briefcase that's just labeled tax fraud. The IRS comes by or whatever, and they're like, "What's in here?" Nothing.
Huh.
Weird.
I don't know. Put that note there. That's not mine.
It could be anything. They're like, if we open this, sir, are we going to find something we're going to be mad at?
Yeah.
No. And they like stare you down for a minute, and then they're like, okay, and then they leave.
But I'm actually pretty smart. That suitcase would actually have like a punching glove that like on like a spring. So when they open it, they get hit.
Imagine having... I would like to have some kind of... like a box or something that it serves no other purpose than to just to like cream pie you when you open it, like with a banana cream pie. Not, you can't say anything anymore without it sounding like something, right?
I don't know what you're implying though. Like you're gonna have to go in depth with that. Like, what do you mean?
Like a funny banana cream pie that just like hits you in the face and Charlie Chaplin does a little dance behind you.
Oh, yeah.
And you fall
get sturdy right behind you.
There's like a and you fall onto a whoopee cushion, and then like as you're getting up, like another pie hits you in the back of the head, and then as you're walking out the door, an anvil falls on your head or whatever.
Yeah, and then a train runs you over.
There's there's a train running through the room that's just waiting for you.
Yeah.
There's like a big manhole cover that's open that after you get hit by the train, you go, fall down. Can you imagine walking into that room? It's like you could just see all this shit set up, like ready to go. You're like, I don't know if I trust this room in particular. Something about this Home Alone death trap does not sit right with me.
It has trap written in big, like, red letters.
Oh man, that is like a childhood dream though, to set up like a Home Alone trap to evade robbers and protect your family, you know?
Yeah.
Imagine.
As you do.
I remember watching like the first and second Home Alone and being inspired to like want to make inventions or whatever. Did you ever have a little phase like that, Marlon?
Where I was making inventions?
Did you ever have? Oh man, I can't think about it too much. It hurts my brain. It shouldn't. It was just a kid thing. But did you ever like want to like make things when you were a kid or whatever?
You know, I had a bit of that. You see, I was a stupid kid, stupid adult too. But I would like put my bike tire like against the ground and like grind up dirt and think that I was doing some shit because I was, you know, grinding down dirt when I just made a bunch of like...
You were making like more dirt. Is
more
what you were doing.
dirt.
Like, Mom, Dad, I'm generating dirt out here.
Got an infinite dirt generator.
They're like, cool.
Okay, son.
I used to, I had this like little bracelet that was made of like paracord or whatever. And I had tried to make it into like a Goonies type invention where it had like extra rope so that I was like, if I'm ever falling off a cliff, I just throw this up there and then I just pull myself back up.
Yeah. Did it work?
I never fell off a cliff. I think there weren't as many cliffs around as I thought there would be as a child. Same with what's the one they tell you about in school all the time? They're like, don't fall in quicksand. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're like, if you fall in a quicksand pit, like, don't struggle, just like slowly pull yourself out or whatever. It's like, I'm not gonna fucking encounter quicksand. And what planet am I going to encounter quicksand?
I can't. Yeah. Now that I think about it, it has been a while since I've ran into quicksand.
It's been a hot minute.
It's been a hot minute.
Not since we lost your younger brother. We lost Marlon Jr.
Yeah.
Marlon the First, I mean. No, it'd be Marlon Jr., sorry.
No, my name is actually, I don't know, what's another, an X. My name's an X.
What's an X?
An X Toto. Look me up.
It sounds very cool. My name is Sonic cool. Inflation. Look me up.
Yeah.
We didn't say our names. Fuck. Hi, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull a fast one on him, and we're just gonna cut this out. We're gonna put it at the beginning of the thing.
And then you're gonna cut this segment out of that. Okay.
Yeah, nobody's gonna know. Hey, I'm Nolan.
Hey, I'm an X Toto.
That's an X Toto.
My podcast.
Yeah, this is the chat, and this is episode 2. I'm just gonna say every number in case I'm wrong. It's episode 3. It's episode 2.
It's episode 4.
Yeah, it's episode 5. Yeah. Crazy how that happens, huh? Crazy how people turn out to be weird and crazy.
Like YouTubers.
It
all circles back, baby.
Oh man, I really don't want to be a YouTuber. The idea of being a YouTuber is scary. I'm just gonna do something at some point and slip up.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
I better stay away from bridges and stand-up comedy, I guess.
Bridges, stand-up comedy, other humans, money, crypto.
Mm-hmm. Being around a lot of people, being around nobody, having too much money, not having enough money.
Don't worry, you'll never know. You'll never have that first problem. You'll never have too much money, so don't even worry about that.
Opening a Patreon is also a bad idea.
Yeah.
Not having a Patreon is a bad idea. I mean, God, there's just so many ways to go, you know?
So many options, so many ways to fuck up.
I don't know. Man, I think that, did you ever have that dream at one point, Marlon, when you were like 14, where you're like, I'm going to play video games for a living?
No.
No, you never had that?
I was raised in the 90s, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to be a super mega star making my rock and roll music.
I forget you're like 30 years old sometimes.
It's not 30. You know what? I'll give that to you, man, because it's a bit higher than that, but I'll say 30.
I like
Make me look like a young.
I like the low ball it.
I like to low ball it.
Yeah.
That's how to date your podcast 101. Say current meme.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you date something.
Yeah. I could see you doing music though, Marlon. I feel like you talk about music a lot, but you never actually have like committed to it or anything. I don't know.
It's almost like you know what? No. Yeah, I am a musician. I'm actually a rapper. Look me up. It's Little Scrope. I got over 1,000 plays on SoundCloud. Look me up. I could give you a sample if you want. Like, I don't want to be pressured into anything, but I could give you a sample right now.
We'll play a clip of that right here.
I got guns.
But it is pretty funny.
Hello?
Hi,
What's up?
there's some Oscar pissed and I'm tired.
Could you please grab it?
Fine.
Thank you.
You gotta leave that in.
I also filled up the cat's water.
Thank you.
It's like, that's what we like to serve on this podcast. Slice of real life. This is the real Nolan.
Yeah, I don't mean to shatter you guys' illusion of me or whatever, but I'm actually just like a sad 25-year-old.
Yeah, he's a bit of a loser, but we all are. If you're watching this podcast, you definitely are.
Yeah.
We love you, by the way. But yeah, we're just out here booting, chilling. Earlier we had made my mama's secret recipe. I believe it's hot Shasta.
Yeah, hot boiled Shasta.
Hot boiled Shasta and axe.
Marlon, you have this thing where you'll like start a joke and then you'll follow through on the joke, and it's very off-putting and weird.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I'm so used to just like starting, like saying I'm gonna do a thing and then never doing that thing. But Marlon comes in and he's like, "We're gonna boil Shasta soda," and I'm like, "Okay, Marlon." And then sure enough, he's boiling Shasta, and I'm still surprised he's doing it. And then he drinks it. Did you drink that whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wasn't
God.
bad.
It wasn't bad boiled.
Surprisingly, no.
It just kind of tasted flat, I guess.
It tasted like hot flat soda.
Something about, yeah, drinking a hot flat soda is very strange. It's like making hot Kool-Aid or something, and it's not right.
Yo, that sounds dope though.
Okay, I'll be honest with you, hot Kool-Aid's actually not that bad.
Yeah.
Hot Kool-Aid's pretty good. You know what's not good though? It's like room temperature milk. Anyways, that was all I had for that.
Good tangent. Good tangent. That's what we like to see here.
Yeah. So Marlon, what did you think of Zootopia Plus?
Zootopia Plus is the best movie out there for furry fanatics and creeps and perverts alike. The first short is about Judy Hopps and her sitting on all the residents of Little Rudentia.
I don't remember that one. Did that happen?
Is that not what happens?
The first short was about 5 minutes long, if I remember.
Yeah, and she's sitting on a cake, like...
The first episode is cake parts. What if he did turn on Zootopia Plus and every episode was just a different fetish?
It is, it's Zootopia.
It sounds like you don't think very highly of the Zootopia fan base, Marlon.
Man, I love that, man. Have you ever read I Will Survive?
I did,
And
actually.
the subsequent, like, comics?
Yeah, didn't Judy Hopps get assassinated as the president, but it turns out it was actually like raspberry jam or something.
Yeah, you see extremists will go out their way to not assassinate, like, the politician they want to obviously take out of power. They go as far as to plan an assassination and actually hit them with grape jelly.
Yeah, so, yeah, could you explain what this is for people that have never read a Zootopia fan comic for some reason?
Yeah, of course. Borba is a wonderful comic book artist. He's been doing this for, like, I want to say, like 30 years.
It's like 70 years or something.
He's like a professional.
It's like
bro.
90 years, I think.
He's like 100 years, 150 years, I
Been doing it
believe.
for like 300 years.
Yeah, he was around before Disney. I think he invented
He made
Disney.
If 300, yeah, he might be around before Disney. I don't know exactly.
Yeah. It's a rough estimate.
300 years ago was like the Civil War. I don't know. Anyways, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no. Obviously, they want to hear about Zootopia. This is a stupid comic. But yeah, this professional artist out of nowhere decided that he wanted to do a couple of like short comics, for Zootopia. But before then, he wasn't making like fan art. So he decides to make this series where Nick and Judy are in a relationship. And it all culminates into this one big comic called I Will Survive. Now, see, Nick wants to get Arby's, but Judy Hopps doesn't like Arby's.
Yeah.
So they have this big argument, which culminates into them breaking up, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
That's
yeah,
what happens
because he
in the
wanted
first one.
Arby's, right? Or was it Judy that wanted?
No.
It was
Nick
that wanted
obviously
Arby's.
wanted the Arby's.
Okay.
He's the sensible person here. I mean, Fox. He's a
it makes
sensible
sense.
fox.
It does make sense, actually.
He's a sensible little fox.
Yeah, so she slaps him, and it's very dramatic, and then it leads to the line where he says, "I will survive, but not without my Arby's, TM," and then he leaves. And then, yeah, there's like a follow-up comic where, like, somewhere down the line, Judy is the mayor of Zootopia.
You're skipping.
Oh, am I
There's
skipping?
3.
Okay, okay.
It's a trilogy.
Okay, what
See, in the second one, Judy, then switches teams and she does want Arby's.
Oh, you're right. You're right. She does switch over to Arby's, and then Nick finds out, right?
Yeah, he finds out, and he's not very happy. He begs her to,
Have
continue
Arby's
a relationship
him
and
instead.
have Arby's with him instead of a generic Fox. I don't know her name.
Generic Arby's Fox.
Generic Arby's Fox. Yeah. She's not a real Arby's stan.
She's not. I think this character's made up. This isn't a real character. This isn't real.
Unlike Nick and Judy, that Fox isn't a real being.
She's not real. I haven't
She's not
visited
real.
her in my dreamscape. I haven't seen her in the alternate dimension I go to.
Anything in my dreamscape is real.
It's like, what does Chris Chan call it? What does he call? Is it the dream world? What does he call his other world?
No,
It's like the Sonic Shoe dimension, isn't it? Is it literally the Sonic Shoe dimension?
no, it's something.
I'll look it up now. I'm gonna have to look that up. Anyways, yeah, she ends up switching teams and going to Arby's, but without Nick, and he gets pissed and he tries to hurt Arby's and Judy, and then there's another time skip. Am I right?
Yeah, there's 3 time skips.
But she kisses Arby's first. Yeah. Okay.
She kisses Arby's first, yeah.
Yeah.
And now, the third one is it essentially just boils up to a point in extremists that are not for Arby's try to assassinate Judy with a ketchup packet from McDonald's because they know when you eat Arby's you can't eat anything else, and Judy just kind of dies, man.
Oh yeah, she dies?
Yeah, flat out. There's no comedy. She's just dead.
Wait, where does she die from? I tuned out for half of a second. I was looking at Chris Chan. What does she die from?
Obviously, a bullet wound.
Oh, okay. Yeah, aren't there like Nazis in this comic? Yeah.
Of course,
Well,
real life is Zootopia, and vice versa. So there are Nazis in Zootopia.
it's just bizarre. I mean, teach their own, Go make your fan comic or whatever.
At this point, the fanon is actually the stuff that happens in the Zootopia world, and the movie's non-canon.
Yeah, I could see that.
We like to just kind of write that out because she's like some schmuck cop or whatever, and she has dreams and some shit, but she doesn't have big melons in the movie, so
No, so really how true to life could it be,
Exactly.
They made sure to make her thick though. They did make sure that was a design thing. I think there's something. Do you think it's a thing with CalArts or with Pixar? Why do all the character designs turn out like that at Disney?
Caked up?
Yeah, caked up. I mean, I can't. I don't think anybody's complaining about it. Nobody cares. Everybody's fine with it. But
well,
it's just
if I were to have I guess a list, furries and I guess degenerates would kind of be at the bottom, and at the top, it'd be artists and animators, because
yeah.
Well, maybe it's the opposite. Maybe the artists and the animators are on the bottom, and then they go to either furries or degenerates. Most of the time, both.
Yeah.
But I don't think highly of artists at all.
You think so? It's artists are down here, and
Yeah.
then maybe degenerates, and then furries, and then maybe Buddhist monks.
Yeah, Buddhist monks. Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Most artists do just sit around drawing porn anyways. So.
Yeah. How's your porn stash looking?
Pretty good.
Pretty healthy?
Yeah, that's all right there. Every page in those books right there is porn, in fact.
Wow. For the viewers who can't see, it's actually stored in like a Scott Pilgrim box right there. It's like filled to the brim, like pages of like drawings are like bursting out of it.
Terrible drawings.
I can't see them, but they're terrible drawings.
Drawings most foul.
Yeah.
That I did while I was working my part-time job at 16. Yeah.
At 16.
You go to the back, you'd like draw one testicle or something, and then your boss would come in and you'd have to close it real quick. Yeah, they never caught on, I don't think.
No, that's what I do with my parents, man. I know I'm like 45, but I still live at home.
Yeah.
So like, I get to draw one testicle hair, and then my mom comes, so I gotta like wipe my computer. You know what I mean?
You have like the quill, and you're like, you do like the big like sweeping curl, and
I put the
in the
curly
nut hair.
swirl, yeah.
Yeah, your mom comes in and you like douse the oil lamp and put your quill back away and like pretend that you're asleep again.
Yeah. Put my nightcap back on.
Yeah. Tomorrow I shall return to finish my work.
She's gotten better.
Marlon, can I ask you a legitimate question? Like, did you...
On your podcast?
Yeah. I'm trying to ask you legitimate questions.
Are you trying?
So, yeah, this is legitimate journalism.
Oh, yeah, this is legitimate journalism.
No, it's not really journalism. It's like, it's a chat.
It's a chat.
Do you get it?
Do I draw hentai? Yes, of course.
No, I was gonna ask. Did you've drawn like a lot, but none of us ever see your drawings. Is the thing.
Yeah, I draw a lot. I draw a lot.
But the thing I was going to ask is, did you ever draw like cringy like porn or whatever when you were like a teenager?
Of course,
I can't tell if you're serious
I'm still going till this day. Right now, I'm doing like Avatar porn.
Marlon, just answer the question, my God.
I am answering the question.
You can't see the smug little look on his face is the thing. They can't see it. You got the. You're like, oh yes, Nolan. Oh yeah, no, I totally did.
Bro. Like, all right. There was a point. Only Pink Panther stuff. You know what I mean? General Gusto or whatever his name is. Remy the Rat, is that Pink Panther?
Yeah, no, that's
Silent Bob. I don't.
It's a nightmare, like menage a trois or whatever. These three. Well, you answered my question.
Hard-hitting questions.
Real hard-hitting questions. I was talking about this with Amber or whatever. We were talking about like if we ever drew smut when we were like teenagers or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like some kind of rite of passage. I don't know.
Ronald McDonald.
Grimace. I always like Grimace.
His simple shape is just like alluring. You know what I mean?
It lends to infinite pleasurable possibilities, I would say.
Yeah.
Especially if you draw him like shrunk down, or like really big even. Good
macro stuff, right?
Attack on Titan X Grimace.
Yeah.
Eren Yeager falls back and Grimace is standing there. Just right in him, yeah.
Man.
Good times.
What I wouldn't do to be inside his large gut, you know what I'm saying? We love vor on this podcast, dear viewers.
Is it considered vor if it goes up the ass? It's vor then, right?
It's anal vor.
Is that anal vor?
I think so.
Okay. At which point is it like... Okay, I was gonna say, at what point is it like anal vor, and at what point is it just butt stuff? Because it must be if you're like putting an entire person up there is anal vor, right?
Oh, again with the hard-hitting journalism.
I assume so.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to like contact the experts to be sure, but I'm pretty sure it's just like when you're eating a person through your butt, you know?
Yeah. All our conversations end up turning to fetish stuff at some point, Marlon. So, have you ever seen that one video of the dude who gets like eaten by Crystal the Fox on YouTube? And it's like...
It's a classic.
It's a classic, yeah. Where he's just like, what's going on? Whoa, what's happening?
Whoa. And then there's like realistic, like... Well, it's not even realistic. There's just a lot of mouth noises.
Very, very loud mouth and gulping noises.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you just be on YouTube and, and you see something weird like that out of the blue.
Yeah, sometimes, when you look these stuff up,
Sometimes
when you look this stuff up.
Sometimes when you're looking up Crystal the Fox Boy, you end up finding Crystal the Fox Boy, and it's very weird.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
I would have thought it'd just give me like Mr. Beast, Big Beast like videos.
Where he does would you click on a Mr. Beast video called Crystal the Fox Boy, and it's him like with his stupid face like ooh. I might watch him then.
Yeah. It's
Then
like
I
a
might
surprise like little pog that he does.
What would he have to do for people to turn against him? Like if he had a video called like killing my friend with a hammer, like would people like that?
I think they wouldn't. Personally, I'd like that video.
What do you think it would actually take for people to turn against him? Do you think he would just have to make like a simple like a mistake, or like what do you think? Like would he have to do like do you think he's bigger than like all these other YouTubers have been before?
Like bigger than God, right?
Do you think he would have to like show a corpse on camera like Logan Paul in order to get like taken down a peg?
Even Logan Paul's come back from that.
That's true. You can literally just film someone's corpse and play around with it on YouTube, and you get a slap on the wrist.
Yeah. Play with it. It's always in the background of your videos.
It's always back there, like hanging out back there.
Yeah.
You just like swing it occasionally. Yeah. I don't think he would get demonetized for that. But God forbid you use like 5 seconds of Star Wars music. You will be actually killed.
It's a heinous crime right there. You stole someone's intellectual rights. Did you know that? That's stealing.
Yeah, I mean I do now. They came and like repossessed my house and they killed my wife. YouTube killed my wife and I can't get my video back up.
They give you Brazilian like jelly arms. You know what that is?
No, what is that? What is Brazilian jelly arms?
For our dear viewers, that's essentially where you put your arms like through the bars and then a guard beats your arms to like a pulp. It happens in like Brazil.
So they just do it until they break your arms?
Not even break your arms, like turn your arms into mush.
Ow, what the fuck? Ew. Why am I looking this up?
It's pleasant. I've done it myself.
It sounds cool, yeah. We should try this, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I just got a trailer for Ant-Man 3. Marlon. Wow.
Third one?
Can you believe they've made 3 Ant-Man movies? Can you believe our fortune to be born in the same time as Ant-Man 1 through 3? Think about it. Millions of people before us born in the time of like the plague and the Ice Age. Great famines and tragedies, wars, and here we are. We get to be born in the time of Ant-Man 3.
You see, I think a lot of those people would have survived through all those tragedies if they had seen Ant-Man 1 through 3.
You think so?
Yeah.
Maybe. They could have, there's valuable lessons in those movies,
Yeah, like, if someone's shooting at you, like, just turn small.
Just get really tiny.
Just get really small.
Yeah, that's actually, that's what they tell you in Police Academy, I believe.
Yeah.
Just get really small.
Just get really small.
That's what they tell you in Brazilian prisons also. If the guard's coming after you, just get really small. I mean, if I was chasing someone and they like suddenly shrank to the size of an atom, I'd probably stop chasing them as well. Hard to tell.
Hard to tell?
Hard to tell.
I'd keep chasing him like a tomcat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, eventually just hit them with like a rolling pin or boiling milk on them or something, I don't know.
Well, if you hit them with a rolling pin, they might grab it and like
flip you back and forth.
Toss you back and forth.
It's true, that also happens in Brazilian prisons, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's common. Oh man. Marlon, are you actually excited for any movies coming out like in the future? I can't think of a movie I've seen a trailer for in a minute, aside from like Spider-Verse, where I'm like, yay.
I'm always excited for anything that's like Disney. Like, I love Disney without a doubt, man. Encanto 2?
Yeah, Encanto 2.
I'm in.
Oh wait, are they doing Encanto 2?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Are they gonna do Frozen 3?
I don't work at Disney, but I can confirm it.
They are doing Frozen 3.
Yeah.
I've not heard any news about Frozen 3, but they're doing Frozen 3.
They're doing Frozen 3.
They're gonna do, they're doing Avatar 3, I'm sure. Didn't they film, like, Avatar 3 and 4, like, in the same time? You know what they said? Maybe?
I don't know. I'm not linked with my Avatar, so I couldn't tell you personally.
No, it's a cool, Avatar's cool. I like Avatar.
That is epic that, you know, someone can, like, have taste as bad as you. That's actually pretty cool.
You have this unique way of just like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. You have this unique way of making me feel stupid when I say I like something, Marlon. And weirdly enough, it's just by affirming it.
Yeah, I'm a bit quirky.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. I cannot wait for Avatar. You're right.
Yeah.
God. Puss in Boots 2 is good, right? I like that movie. Are you gonna say you hate that movie? You're looking at me like you're gonna say you hate that movie.
It's alright.
yeah, I thought so, Marlon. He was crying in the theater. When Puss lost his boots, Marlon cried.
Oh, man. Remember that one scene where he just, like, crinkled his feet into the camera?
Remember when Shrek flayed Donkey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did that happen in that movie? Was it, like, in the background?
I wasn't sure at first if that was the Quaaludes or if that was actually in the movie.
You found Quaaludes?
Yeah, you were I gave you some, too, before the movie. See, that's how good they are.
That's
You
why
don't
I
even
don't
remember the Quaaludes,
Yeah.
yeah. You're just sailing. But yeah, that definitely happened, I'm pretty sure.
No.
Also, there was like a screaming man on fire in the front of the theater that nobody else really acknowledged. You saw him, though, right? Oh, God.
Not that I remember.
Okay, that one was a hallucination. So that's one real, one hallucination so far, I think.
Okay. That's 50-50. That's good.
Now, we also definitely saw Avatar 2, and there was a scene where Mike Tyson was one of the avatars, and he bit off one of the humans' heads. Real or fake? I don't remember. I'm
It
pretty
must
sure.
have been at the end.
Was that the after credits?
Cause I know, like, at one point, like, Mike Tyson was in that whale or something, extracting its goop or something like that.
You're right. He went up into the whale and sucked out its goop.
Yeah. He didn't even need that giant needle. He just kind of put his mouth, just kind of sucked him
And the whale
dry.
crinkled like a tin can and went and folded up.
Yeah.
And then the sergeant dude was like, "Nice work, Mike. Nice work, Mr. Tyson." I don't know.
And the bad guys won. That's what happens to that movie.
The most important part of that movie is that the bad guys won.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out that Jake Sully was wrong.
Yeah, it turns out you actually need to fuck up the environment.
It turns out we should colonize it. What if in the third one it just took like a drastic turn like that and it was like Jake Sully and all of them are the bad guys and James Cameron's like, colonization is really good actually. we should harvest their minerals.
Yeah, no, I think James Cameron would love to affirm that.
That would be cool.
Like, not only do we confirm that message, we also have, at any given point, anytime you can, kick Jake Sully down. Like, literally, like, metaphorically, like, stuff like that. Like, figuratively.
Yeah, allegorically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that one Puss in Boots, like, quote. I don't remember it because it's not a good movie.
Do you remember... Yeah, do you remember, like, being able to smell the movie? Because I remember that pretty vividly also.
Yeah, he says he can smell the fear and, like...
And then I could smell fear.
Yeah. The theater just injects the room that you're in
with fear toxin.
Fear toxin.
They pump fear toxin into the movie when they're showing Puss in Boots. You're like, it's like straight. What could they inject? Is there a fear toxin in real life? There must be, right?
Cocaine,
mustard gas,
I don't know.
Cocaine. Yeah, they just
acid.
They inject acid. They line the seats with acid, so when you're sitting down, you're like, it's the most evil thing ever. You know, they probably would have done that in like the 40s or 50s when they had all those gimmick movies. Do you remember that was like a thing with like black and white movies?
Like 3D?
Well, they had like 3D. 3D kind of started it, and then they would have certain things like during some movies. I don't remember what movie it was. It was a House on Haunted Hill or whatever. They would have a skeleton like fly by overhead, or there were some movie theaters where they would have like actors run through like during the performance to like make it seem like people were running around, or they'd have like misters that would spray you with water.
Yeah.
I could see them doing one where they're like we've put fentanyl on all the seats. We put cocaine in everybody's Coca-Cola. Funny enough, we're so funny, and then you end up freaking out during the movie. Be a nightmare, actually.
I think that'd be pretty fun. Imagine, like the movie is about this poor man, right?
Yeah.
And, like they actually steal from you alive. Like they have a man go to each and single patron of like the theater.
Yeah.
And like have him run your pockets.
And then at the end, it's revealed that you have no money.
It's revealed that he stole all your money.
Yeah, that would be cool, actually. How about one where you go in and at some point you are knocked unconscious, and when you wake up, you're in a bathtub of ice and you're missing an organ.
Oh, it's just a regular Tuesday night. It's nothing new.
That's a regular showing of Puss in Boots 2.
Yeah.
That's what happens. That's what happens if you go see Avatar 2. James Cameron steals your kidney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knocks you out and puts you in another movie theater. You don't know which one.
That would be so scary if you fall asleep during a movie and you wake up and you're in like Ontario, Canada. You're just like in a completely different theater when you exit.
Yeah.
That's actually scary to think about. That's like waking up and your mattress is floating on a lake or something. Which I'm told by movies was a common prank that people used to do.
I know YouTubers did it a whole lot.
No. It just doesn't seem like logistically like very, very easy to do. You have to not only get their mattress out of the house with them on it without them falling off or falling asleep, but then you have to have a lake nearby enough that you can put them on the lake, all without waking them up, you know?
Yeah, that's why you put them into a quick coma.
That's why they usually inject them with some kind of fluid or something to, yeah. That's the part they don't show you about the pranks in like Malcolm in the Middle, is when they inject Dewey with like Thorazine or something so that he'll make sleep longer. They're like, yeah, right. See you, dude.
Man, that show's epic.
That's just...
It's daring that they did that, you know?
I don't actually remember. Did that happen in Malcolm in the Middle?
For sure.
It probably did, yeah. We're gonna say it did and just be wrong about it, or maybe be right. Who knows?
We're always right.
Yeah, we're always right. That's true.
This is a fact podcast.
Is it a fact podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a fact podcast.
I would never lie.
God, it scared me for a second there. I wasn't sure what you were gonna say. Marlon looked at me with his eyes wide, as if I had just blown our cover or something.
Yeah. My eyes bulged out of my head.
Yeah. I gotta give myself a hemorrhage or whatever.
Hemorrhage?
Is it hemorrhage?
Hemorrhoid?
No, not a hemorrhoid.
Hemoglobin?
I gave myself a hemorrhoid from squinting too hard. I mean, I guess you could. Aren't hemorrhoids caused by like stress?
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
I think I agree with you there.
I think stress can cause just about anything.
Yeah, like my stress causes me to have like light force powers, so I can like lift pebbles with my mind.
That is cool, actually. You're like Psyduck.
I'm like Psyduck.
You're like the closest thing I have to a Psyduck.
So whenever you kick me, I can lift a small pebble.
If Marlon has a severe headache from not drinking any water and sitting inside and drinking Mountain Dew and eating Doritos, then he gets minor psychic powers.
Yeah.
If he does all that and plays Yakuza for 12 hours a day, he gets minor psychic powers. Which, how much Yakuza have you been playing lately, Marlon?
Sadly, 0.
0?
Unfortunately, I've played through all the mainline story games.
Are you excited for the Like a Dragon game?
What?
The Yakuza Like a Dragon? Whatever.
There's already a Like a Dragon. What do you mean?
What's the other one that's coming out? Where you're like in samurai times.
Oh, Yu Yu Hakusho?
No, Yu Yu Hakusho is an anime. Do you actually remember what it's called? I really don't. It's like
It's not a bit.
it's not. No, really. What is it?
Okay, guys, we're peeling back the layers. I'm asking if this is a bit.
I've been genuine this whole time.
It's Inshin.
Well, it's Inshin.
Inshin Gimpact.
Like a Dragon, Inshin. Yeah, this one. Like
Yeah.
a Dragon, Inshin. Is it just like a remake or something?
Yeah, it's a remake.
Ah. Or is it just a localization? Did they like not release it originally?
It's a remake
Oh, cool.
and kind of a localization. I don't know if they're doing English on it. Might.
I mean, you don't need English. It's a Japanese game or whatever. Just learn Japanese and play it. Yeah.
That's what I like to do with my like Mandarin games.
I'd name one Mandarin game, Marlon.
Easy.
You're gonna say Yu Yu Hakusho.
I'm not gonna say Yu Yu Hakusho.
You're gonna say
I was gonna say Tokobots.
I cannot prove or disprove you. I'm gonna assume you're correct, or you pulled that out of your ass.
It's Tokobots. It's a Chinese company that made that game. Therefore, technically Chinese.
All right, you passed the racism test, Marlon.
I always pass with flying colors. I bleed red, white, and blue.
If there's one thing America's known for, it's not being racist.
That's why we live here.
Yeah, fun place this is.
Yeah.
Okay, well, goodbye, I guess.
Don't kick me out of your house. I kind of need somewhere to sleep. The streets are kind of cold, man.
You can sleep, but we're gonna have to make more podcast money first. We're gonna need 2 more episodes, and then you can sleep. Okay, bud?
I know you said Daddy needs a podcast.
Daddy needs the podcast money.
I need somewhere to sleep.
Yep, I know. Marlon needs to sleep. Daddy needs his podcast money, though. We gotta do this first. We're just like those egg channels or whatever. You're like my little egg boy, opening Kinder eggs.
Please call me Egg Boy more. I like it.
Kinder egg boy.
Kinder Egg Boy.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye.